Maxwell!
The Maxwell Show.
100.7
WMMS. The Buzzard.
Christ. The Vicks are coming up here at 6 o'clock, solving your problems one phone call at a time. Do it at 6 o'clock. It's coming up from the Maxwell Show on 100.7 WM. Right.
Maybe the fixer can tell you how to get yourself on Comedy Central.
All right. Got some mileage out of that already.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I know it. You're upset about it already.
I thought I was done with this because I thought that we had maxed out. We had those that were committed fans of the Beatles. I had a beat on you. I knew how many of you stupid idiots there were. I knew how to manage you guys. And now with this rock band thing and the remastered Beatles re-releases,
I like that.
a whole new generation of people are going to be suckered into this awful music.
Are you out of your mind?
I hate the Beatles, dude.
I know another guy who cannot stand the Beatles.
I cannot.
I know one other guy who
stand them.
The Monkees? Because they were the only people that didn't like
And
the
this
Beatles.
guy's a huge fan of music.
Yeah.
Like, he knows.
Yeah.
You think I'm a snob of music? This guy's a snob of music.
What's he say about them?
He just think they're overrated.
They're overrated. They are. They're
Not as
overrated.
great as everybody.
No.
They're overrated. There's a million other bands that are better than them, more influential.
They created the hook. I mean, pretty much.
Wasn't there a black guy making ribs playing a banjo that created the hook?
Yeah, but nobody cared. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
They made people care.
Music's an issue of does it flip the happy switch in your brain. This does not.
I like the Beatles.
Hate it.
Like the Beatles.
You homos. You're going to go out and buy the newly remastered Beatles?
I may buy, at least 2 of the albums remastered.
Now, I have heard that there's a big difference between the originals that have been released on CD, which probably was
90, or no, late 80s.
Like late 80s probably, when all the Beatles came out on compact disc and all you homos bought those.
Dude, if it's anything like the Kiss collection, I had bought all my Kiss stuff on a regular CD, and then when the remasters came out, I had to go and redo it again because it sounded that much better.
So we have here, this is from CNN.com. I guess it's from their radio division.
I didn't know they had one of those.
So some of the stellar CNN radio talk show hosts and guests. Apparently right here, there's a segment where they will in fact compare and contrast old turds versus newly remastered turds from the most overrated band ever. Ever. I feel sad if the highlight of your youth was thinking the Beatles rocked.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, they are the most overrated band ever.
I don't think you or I have been alive for anything probably that had a bigger celebrity impact than they had when they broke. What's happened that would have been as big as the Beatles for us?
Michael Jackson.
That's not bigger than the Beatles. It's close. It's probably the closest thing we had, but I still don't think it was that. I mean, that was mass hysteria.
Garth.
No way.
We had all Garth Brooks radio stations, buddy.
No.
No?
No. Nowhere near the impact of the Beatles.
No, I give you that they changed music and, yada, 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 yada. But at the end of the day, dude, Hendrix, better.
Oh,
Better music. Better music.
Now, see, I think he's
better
overrated.
music.
I like him.
Whoa.
But he's overrated.
Zeppelin, better. Stones, better.
I like the Stones.
Who? Better. Better.
Yeah, maybe.
You bet.
Really?
Yeah.
Better.
That just happened.
Was that on the tape you submitted to Comedy Central?
Come on! Dude, there's no more blood left in that.
They're like, wow, dude, we thought we had a lock with this guy, and then he did this you bet thing from The Who.
But he did it as Christopher Walken.
Oh, okay.
Steve Smurfette. So we have here, this is some audio. This is talking about the newly re-released Beatles Masters. They've been remastered, and I guess there's a huge difference in the way some of these songs sound. I mean, I guess that's what people are saying. It's very profound.
I'm Todd Leopold, the CNN.com entertainment producer. I'm here with John Lawrence of CNN Radio, and we're going to talk about the Beatles re-releases, which happened on Wednesday. John, you were sent an advanced set of all the re-release CDs.
Yes, and
Yes, I'm cool enough to get the advanced re-release of the released CDs of the Beatles. Huh? Stupid.
I went with the White Album remix.
At the end of the day, dude, I could name you a million bands that are Rush better than the Beatles.
Whoa. Easy. Back up.
I don't know, man.
Let me back up a few seconds here.
Yes, better than the Beatles.
No
the band,
way.
yeah, absolutely.
The last time they
Oh
had
my
a
God, the
remaster-
band, yes? You're out of your mind.
The last time they had a remaster thing, isn't that when they had that one Beatles song that had never been released before? And that was like, what, in the late 90s they did that?
I don't remember.
It was like an anthology or something like that. I know that they released a song that had never been released from the Beatles that they
I call that doing us a favor, keeping it unreleased. Do us a favor. One less turd that I have to listen to and be bothered by my Beatles fans who are going to sit here and tell me how they're the greatest thing ever. Awful. And now with their stupid Beatles propaganda, all these kids are going to be like, the Beatles, man! Really? They're going to. The whole, we're British thing and the British invasion, and it's going to bring back the stupid haircut, the chili bowl haircut. It's going to come back.
I hope,
dude. I hate all of it.
I hope you're wrong about that.
God.
And the packaging is great. There's a lot of great pictures, a lot of great outtakes, a lot of things like that. But when it comes to this, the music is always what's most important. And the music, it's great. It sounds as good as ever. There's certain songs in particular where this new sound, the new remastering, you can really say, wow, and be knocked down.
The Beatles CDs originally came out 86, 87, thereabouts, and the technology for transferring the original audio tapes to CD wasn't as good then as it is now. Now it's probably as good as it's ever going to get.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's something you haven't heard before. It's just a little bit crisper and a little bit clearer, and
What? Why are you shaking your head?
Oh, they'll never have another advance in sound recording for as long as technology persists.
There's only 4 every year.
This is it right here. Latch on to this, kids. Because there'll never be another improvement in sound recording as long as we live. We gave up. This is it. Buy it now.
That's funny. It's true, though. It's funny.
certain songs. In certain songs, it's a lot more noticeable, per se, but, yeah, it sounds as great as possible.
Let's talk about some of those songs. The Beatles recorded more or less for about, 7 or 8 years, from 1962 to 1970.
Or as I call it, too long. Too long.
Dude, you don't even like the White Album? That was awesome.
I despise this band, and I can't even begin to tell you why.
You're out of your mind.
You are out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
I never liked them. I'm not a fan. Their music annoys the hell out of me. It's annoying to me.
I like it.
Are you trying to say it wouldn't make it onto one of your mixtapes?
That's Dalton lashing out for the last time.
Maybe it'd be good, background music for the, as the credits roll on your Comedy Central half hour.
Little Lonely Hearts Club Band, buddy.
It's in your policy.
Oh, by the way, you're not allowed to do that. Eminent domain.
It's
70. Let's start with one of the early cuts. Money, which was a real barn burner that John Lennon...
Really? Barn burner? Really?
Nobody should say that.
Can you look that up? Look that up. What exactly is the
definition of a barn burner?
Is that when the jukebox was rocking?
Bill Haley and his Comets
were burning down the barn?
I'm pretty sure Fonzie was hanging out in Arnold's.
What is a barn burner?
And he came up with it.
I'm curious what the smash hit, barn burner, the real barn burner. Oof. Anything over there? Barn burner?
Hold on.
Burner?
Something that is highly exciting, impressive, etc.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
John Lennon sang lead on and was on with the Beatles on the original British LP and the CD, and it was on the Beatles' second album, I believe, on the American LP. This was a song that, and I haven't heard the new CDs yet, so I'm going to let John fill you folks in. But this was a song on the original CDs I thought was disappointing, especially compared to my old American LP.
Here's what it sounded like before. And here's what the remastered version sounds like.
That's pretty dramatic.
That's a completely different song.
Stereo separation.
Absolutely.
That's pretty dramatic. I would say that it takes away some of the magic, though.
I remember my dad.
You know who you could tell that to? George Lucas. He's fondled the Star Wars trilogy more. I've lost it. Forget it. But that's all I can draw.
The guy with a half-hour special doesn't forget his joke.
That's the parallel I can draw between the two things.
Yeah.
Because it's just being hoarded out to make more money.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think if you can remaster it and you really increase the sound quality on it, as a music lover, I'm fine with that. Like I said, I bought all the Kiss CDs originally on CD, and then when the remasters came out, I went out and bought all the albums I really, really liked in the remaster, and I was happy I did, because they sound that much better.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive.
That's one song in particular where it's, I know it's a cliche, but you actually feel like you're in the room or you're in the studio.
No,
I don't.
No, I don't.
I sure don't.
No.
Is it real?
Is it happening in my head?
God.
Watching them record this song in Abbey Road Studios. I mean, it's very crisp, it's very clear, it's very pounding.
In the late 1968, the Beatles released an album called The Beatles, a double album which has come to be known as the White Album. The second cut on that is a beautiful ballad by John Lennon called Dear Prudence, which was about Prudence Farrow, if I'm not mistaken, Mio Farrow's sister, written when the Beatles were in India. This is a song which has some shimmering acoustic guitar and some more fine drumming. The whole band just plays very well. Another song which shines in the remastered version.
Here's what it sounded like before. And here's what the remastered version sounds like.
Sounds better.
second is just enjoyable. It's like, oh my God, I don't want that second to end. But then the next second comes, and it's like, that's just as great. And that goes on for the whole...
All right.
Hey, seriously, put your penis away when we're talking about this. I know it's the White Album. You don't think anybody's going to notice what happens to the cover, but somebody will notice. It tries a different color, bro. I got T-shirts to prove it.
This second. You don't have enough time to think this second than that second.
It dries a different color, bro.
It does. It's one of life's great mysteries.
Oof. It goes on for the whole 4 minutes. It's, that's certainly a highlight on the White Album, and the remastered sound makes that even more so.
I want to caution, there's been a lot of hype about the re-releases. They're coming out in a box on Wednesday, the stereo. There's a mono box as well. Both these boxes will run you $200.
Jesus Christ, really?
Wow.
Why would you get the mono
for
box over the stereo box?
So that you can capture the way it sounded before they remastered it and put it out in the mono box, man. You know it's hogwash, don't you?
Oh yeah,
it's rubbish. You know it is.
I like that.
Also, that Michael Jackson could have a nicer casket. Got it. Got it. Right. Because that funeral was expensive. Got it.
$100 plus if you want to get the whole box. Obviously, you can buy individual CDs. And I guess we should have some caution that if you're expecting to have your world changed again, the Beatles changed many of our worlds, it might not be as earth-shaking as everyone hoped.
God, I hope in like 15 or 20 years I'm not an old guy like this talking this way about Pearl Jam. Listen to the finer points of Jeremy.
Well, no,
God, I hope that
you won't have to, because the remasters of those albums are already coming out. They just 10 was just remastered this year.
Who cares?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
They just remastered, added 4 new songs on it.
Why would you?
So that's why that won't happen for us, because they know they can do it now. They're doing it faster than ever. Maybe, dude, trust me, maybe when they remaster the finer workings of Seven Dust, you'll care.
Let's remaster 4,000 albums.
That's what kills me. The Beatles are the worst band ever, but Seven Dust, greatest rock band of all time, right? That's your stance?
Not one of them. No, not one of the greatest, but of recent time. Yeah.
Genesis or the Beatles?
Dude, I gotta go Genesis.
Oh, wow.
With Peter Gabriel? Even with Phil Collins. I gotta tell you. Dude, I like Genesis.
I did too. With Peter Gabriel, they were pretty amazing, actually.
Genesis. Give me another one.
But I'm taking the Beatles over Genesis, though.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, come on.
All right. The Beatles or Leonard Skinner?
I gotta go Skinner.
You're an idiot. Don't even talk anymore. That's ridiculous.
I gotta go
You're
Skinner.
just being an idiot.
No, now you're just trying to piss me off.
Making things up.
You want to talk about a band that was overrated?
All right, fine. Beatles and Stryper. Go.
I'll give it to the Beatles.
Oh, well, good for you.
But if you were to go Beatles Maiden, I would go Maiden.
Now you're just being crazy.
Hold on. Dude, there is something very, very special about Iron Maiden.
Oh, I agree with you, but the Beatles. The Beatles.
I'd say Beatles versus Breaking Benjamin.
I don't even want
to Beatles versus Metallica. Hands down.
That's actually a legitimate fight.
That is a legitimate fight.
That's a legitimate battle, and because of when I grew up, I'm probably going to tell you I'm obviously a bigger Metallica fan than I am Beatles fan.
But Metallica was genre defining.
Yeah, I mean they really did. They gave birth to all kind of music that nobody really likes now. And thank God for Disturbed. And I don't know.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll do the fixer. Are you out? You staying?
Yeah,
What's your deal?
I gotta go, man.
Okay. Go. All right. So Dalton going to be in Toledo, heading Cleveland. Oh no, tonight at
around the corner, Lakewood. Yeah.
Lakewood tonight.
Detroit Avenue. Come on down. 9 p.m.
What time?
9 p.m. $5. Come on down.
All right. That's tonight. with Dalton. Stansbury's going to be at Ladies' Night tonight. Fusion? Liquid on
West 6th Street. 9 to 12, girls drink free, courtesy of Struss Clothing.
Yep. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll do the fixer. This is where we solve your problems. Just let it happen. Submit.
It worked for me.
Submit. Submit. Take advantage of the knowledge that is laying down before you. At 216-578-1007, 1-800-348-1007. We'll do the fixer next on the Maxwell Show for WMMS Cleveland.